Hi, I'm Jeff Gorter. When you hear the words crisis or critical incident, what comes to your mind? For many crisis responders, their first thoughts are of pretty graphic events, something like a 9/11 or a Hurricane Katrina, maybe the Sandy Hook or San Bernardino shootings, or even on a smaller scale, a more local scale, a factory accident, an armed robbery, or a homicide. These events are undeniably powerful, and they evoke pretty strong visual images, to be sure. Would it surprise you to find out that at R3, our most commonly requested response events don't have any visual element at all, and that most don't even take place at the workplace? In a study we conducted in partnership with the University of Maryland School of Social Work, we analyzed over 30,000 cases in which we responded to a request to provide supportive service to a workplace. And in that research, we discovered that almost half of the critical incident responses were not for these highly visible mass disasters or heinous acts of crime, but they were related to the unexpected death of an employee. And almost all of those events occurred off-site and were not even witnessed by any other employees. These were events like a car or motorcycle accident, or a heart attack, or some other illness that takes the life of an employee at home, perhaps over the weekend. If you've been a CCN or R3 consultant for any length of time, this will come as no surprise to you. You might call them course-of-life events, as they're common to all of humanity, not just workplace-related. Now, to be absolutely clear, I'm not suggesting a value judgment, as if some events are more important than others. But what this data does suggest is that we may need to challenge some of our existing concepts around critical incident response, starting perhaps with that term itself. You see, critical incident implies that it is the incident itself that determines the need, as if you could objectively look at a particular event and say, well, this incident is critical and requires service, or this incident does not, as if the main question is whether is it traumatic enough? But any crisis, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. It's not about the incident, it's about the impact. From this perspective, we begin to see that what we are trying to accomplish, and indeed what our customers are really looking for, is not a clinical intervention to prevent trauma or PTSD. Rather, our corporate customers are looking for help managing the disruptive impact that follows that event. Any crisis event, large or small, has the potential, but not the certainty, of creating a disruption that can impair or impede the work group's ability to focus, to perform their duties safely, to maintain group cohesiveness, or to meet productivity or service standards, and a host of other business-related issues. See, these are all functional indicators of disruption, and to the degree that we can help mitigate that disruption, help restore function, we open the door to the group's natural resilience and strength. This redefines our focus on disruptive event management rather than critical incident response. And it broadens our goal to one of balancing both business objectives and humanitarian concerns, two areas that are not mutually exclusive. You see, in this regard, disruptive event management is closely aligned with business continuity, enterprise resilience, and it's about recognizing that taking care of your people is taking care of your business. So your role as an on-site consultant is crucial to meeting that need. You see, after a crisis at the workplace, employees who have access to a trained on-site or telephonic consultant, a tangible presence, feel cared for by that company. And because of that, they are far more likely to feel a healthy reassurance, which leads them to return to work more swiftly, to be more productive, and to have a more positive view of their employer. Downtime, on the other hand, following a crisis is costly to any company and obviously contrary to business objectives. The longer any business is offline, the greater the negative impact, not only in dollars and cents, but also in attrition, morale, employee and customer confidence. Any effort that contains the crisis and the cost is beneficial both to the company and the employees alike. At the end of the day, disruptive event management is about employee resilience and enterprise resilience. These objectives go hand in hand. As an R3 Continuum consultant, your ability to demonstrate care and compassion to impacted employees on behalf of the company sends a powerful message. It's a way to show that they care for both the business itself and for the people who are making the business happen. It's the right thing to do, and it's the smart thing to do. Thanks for watching this edition of Inside Crisis.